We're not live. Oh, there we are.
We are officially live, ladies.
Yay.
Thanks.
Hey, everybody. We are just going to share out. We are going to do readings for donations and some fun topics for tonight, too. We shall have some fun topics to discuss. We are going to talk about everyday magic, how to incorporate it in your life with very little means. That way it's accessible to everyone. I am just grabbing the link to share out. That's me. Let me just grab that. Hey, everybody, if you could just share out with us, that would be lovely. We want everybody to know we are live. We are going to talk about everyday magic and how to incorporate it into your life. How's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully you are all just as lovely as we are.
Yep, feeling good. Hope you are.
Yeah, it's been a busy day. It's pouring rain here. It's been raining for 4 days. I'm sick of the rain already. But it is necessary for growth and prosperity. Let's see. I'm just sharing out into all of our little groups. I shared in Jules' group and in Rose's. Okay. If you guys could share out, that would be great. Oh, Alexander's here. Who to the who visit here, pass beyond this comment, beware. Hello, Alexander. Hopefully you are well. We're just sharing out right now, and then we are going to move on from there. Anybody wants to? If we all could share out too, you get some people here and have a good time. I'm just sharing out in Messenger right now. I have a couple people I need to share to in Messenger. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Hi, Tammy. If you're here, say hello and share us out so everybody else knows we're live. Waiting for the peoples to come. How's everybody feeling with these energy shifts going on right now? There's a solar storm and it has some of the highest solar activity in recent years. Posted a link about it earlier in some of the groups that I'm in. And the energy is definitely unusual, that's for sure. We're going to wait for a couple people to get here, and then we're going to talk about everyday magic and how to incorporate everyday things into your life. Hi, Angel. Hi, Matt. Hello, gorgeous souls. You're so sweet. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Shane. I try to hear daily. my husband saying hello to me. Hopefully everybody's doing well. We're just waiting for a few more people to jump on here so they don't miss any of the lovely information we're going to do today. We are going to do a segment on incorporating magic and everyday uses for it in your life. And we're going to do some readings along the way. And if any of you guys would like to talk about anything specific that we don't cover, just type it here in the comments and we will be sure to cover it for you. Melanie and Rebecca will be here shortly. They're just finishing up sharing out, and Melanie's probably smoking a cigarette and putting on her face too. Let me read some of these comments. Alexander said, Shane, you're undead, so you pass between the worlds. That is kind of true. Oh, he is well. He lives with me, so he's super duper well. Matt, I can't wait for you to get the goodies I sent you today. You are going to absolutely love them. I can't wait for you to hold that tiger's eye. Matt bought some stones off of my website, and they are exceptionally, I handpicked them all for you. You're great with everyday magic. What are some things that you do to incorporate magic into your life every day, Alexander? I thought it would be kind of fun to talk about that.
No.
Many times we don't know how to use magic in our everyday life. Well, what our ancestors did was they used what was around them. They would find things out in the wild where they lived or things that they had on hand. They'd use bones from animals to make connections or readings. They'd use different herbs to achieve different things, and we'll talk about some of them. Let me just read some of these comments. Angel said, I'm kind of upset because my pregnancy tests are still coming back negative, but I'm still feeling weird. Well, pregnancies are weird. Sometimes our body can think we're pregnant when we're not if we're manifesting that too much. So that might be what's going on. And it might mean that pregnancy is just not viable at this time. So you don't have enough HCC in your urine. So it might not show up on the test. Usually you can tell with a pregnancy test about a week before your missed cycle. Alexander says, for you who recall the fairies, Abaddon, all hope ye who enter here from Donna Inferno. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. Hi, Cappy. You can ask a question. We're going to be doing readings donation-based, and we are also going to be discussing how to incorporate magic in your everyday life. Yeah, Matt, I think the energy shifts are from the solar storms that are going on right now. They're supposed to be at their height tomorrow, and that's where they're supposed to reach the Earth's atmosphere. And what happens when they do that is sometimes they mess with the satellites because they have an electromagnetic pull, but they also affect our bodies and our minds and our souls because the human body is 80% water. So when you have that magnetic pole change because of the solar storms, you have a shift in your own energy. Okay, Matt says it's over the gates if... Okay, so let's talk a little bit about incorporating magic in your everyday life. A lot of people come to me, I'm sure Rebecca and Melanie get similar questions. What do I use for a spell? Well, when our ancestors practiced years ago, long before our time, they just used what they had on hand. They used the herbs that they had. Some popular ones are maple. A lot of people had maple trees by them. So they would pick the leaves. Maple is associated with money. Milk thistle grows wild. It grows wild here. I actually have some that grows not far from my house. It's the wrong time of year to pick it, but it's very closely associated with wisdom. So if you were doing a spell where you wanted to obtain knowledge, either actual knowledge from like going to school or retaining information for a test, or spiritual knowledge, you might take some milk thistle and use that. Milk thistle is a plant that has little spikes on it, but you can identify it because it's got this beautiful pink flower and it kind of looks like a puffball with little spikes on it, but it doesn't have spikes on the actual flower. Acorns, they're out in the wild most places. Acorns are good for luck, but they're also good for protection. So a lot of people would carry acorns in their pocket. Not only is that for good luck, but if the acorn broke, it was said to absorb the negativity that was around you. So it's also very protecting. Other things you can do to incorporate everyday
Mel, please.
You are in.
Hey, thanks, Mel. Sorry. Hi, everyone. Sorry, Sarah.
Oh, you're fine. Other things you can do is like bay leaves. Bay leaves are very good at protection and purification. So if you're having a bad day and you want to get rid of the negativity in your life, take a bay leaf and just take a black marker or a pen and write on the bay leaf what you want to get rid of and then burn it. That's one of the simplest spells that you can do to just manifest that good luck in your life and get rid of the things that aren't serving you well. Another thing is African violet. They grow, or a lot of people have them in their houses because they're pretty and they're house plants. The leaves for them are used for healing and protection when it comes to spells. Daisies are for good luck. Corn, you ever seen like the corn silk dolls being made or the corn husk dolls? They made those because they were very good luck, but corn can also be used as a divination tool. So when you make these dolls, you can use them to kind of almost scry on, like you would use a black mirror or like an ocean or like a body of water. Another thing you can use is eggshells. Everybody has eggshells. Well, when you grind those eggshells up, it makes a powdery substance, which is called cascarilla. Cascarilla is used to keep the house free of negativity. So many people choose to place it on their door. But another thing you can do with the powdered egg dust is you can mix it with a little bit of water and it makes almost like a dough. And when you make it like a dough, you roll it into like a little slice, like a piece of chalk would be, and it's called Cascarilla chalk. And you can use that chalk to write on magical objects that you have. You can write runes on the back of your tarot deck box or on a back of a mirror or wherever you want it, really. And you can put your intentions towards that to manifest whatever you want. Another good one is fig, which is used for fertility. Mint is used for energy and communication. So if you're having problems with lack of energy, you might want to use mint in your spell. But mint is extremely edible and it actually gives your body energy too when you drink it. Like if you drink mint tea, that will also give you a little bit of energy, just something you might want to keep in mind. But mint's also good for communication. So if you're struggling with your partner or a coworker in terms of communication, you might try using a spell that involves mint. Tea leaves. Most of us drink tea. Most of us don't drink it from the leaves. We drink it already comes in a tea bag, but you can cut that tea bag open and you can use the leaves and the mixture that's inside the tea. And you could read those, but you could also use them for strength and courage because any type of spell that requires that, because that is what tea leaves are associated with. If you want to do moon magic, I see some comments over here about lunar energy and moving of the tides. Willow and willow bark is very good for any magic that you want to do revolving around the moon or the lunar cycles. Really, the easiest thing to just incorporate magic in your life is start with daily meditation, because that'll put your body in a state that you're ready to focus on what the world has in store for you that day. I like to do them before I go to bed too, but just keep in touch with your own body and the things around you, the plants, the animals, everything that's in your life. You can focus it into your spiritual path, no matter what your spiritual path is. When we get caught up in life and things seem like they're moving too fast, take just a quick second and just kind of manifest the tranquil feeling that you feel when you meditate in the morning or in the afternoon. And that'll help keep your body, mind, and soul in alignment. It will also help to keep your chakras clear so that when you do feel that energy and when you do want to manifest something a little bit stronger than a daily divination or a daily invocation or meditation, you have the ability to do that in a more rapid manner. Alexander's saying in the comments that he does daily invocations when he wakes up to the east for new energy for the day, daily for protection and cleaning and cleansing, honoring the spirits of our ancestors. That's an important one. Honoring those that came before us is very important. I feel that a lot of times we forget to put emphasis on that. But if we're here because our ancestors forged the way before us. So if we didn't have our ancestors, we wouldn't be here. Alexander says he also does Tai Chi and talismans. And he goes on to say a whole bunch of other stuff, such as burning incense with candles for a purpose. That's really a good one, too. When you burn an incense or a candle, you can set an intention to it. For example, if you have a candle and you would like to burn it because somebody is ill in the family, you can light that candle, and as you're lighting it, just focus on the flame and focus your energy on that candle, helping to keep the internal flame of the person that you are manifesting the healing for active and alive, and focus on that healing energy going to that person so they can get better at a more rapid pace. Alexander says he also does tarot and runes on a daily basis and monthly full moon blessings of paper talismans. I don't do monthly blessings, but I do honor both the dark moon and the full moon. I feel that balance is important. So for me, I feel very drawn to do both the lack of a moon and the full moon. And we have to remember that when the moon is full, we're not seeing the dark side of it. We only see one side of the moon at a time. And depending on where its orbit is in relation to the Earth, it depends on how much of the moon we're able to see. That's why the moon has a moon cycle. That's why we see it as a full moon, a half moon, and the quarters, and then the little slice of it that looks like a banana. That's why we see the moon like that, because the Earth's shadow is casting over the moon in the sun's shadow, so we don't get to see it all. Alexander says he does yoga, meditation, coffee, and breakfast of champions. Matt says you can buy mint plants at Walmart. You can buy mint plants at Walmart, but many people have mint in their home and don't even realize it. If you are running short on ingredients, you can use anything that has mint in it. And that includes things like toothpaste. Sometimes our toothpaste is mint flavored. So if you run out of mint leaves, you don't have any, and you really want to incorporate mint into your ritual, you can use anything that has that ingredient in it. Magic and manifesting any type of spell or ritual has to do about intentions. Now, some things that we use, like herbs and stuff that we were already talking about, and magical tools, they only help us to focus that energy. They only help us to focus on what's going on. So if you need that extra focus, use these tools. The more power, the more time, and the more energy we put into our spells, the stronger they're going to be. And also the more comfortable we're doing them. So the more we do them, the more we are used to incorporating these into their life, the more likely they are to work, the better they are going to be, the stronger they are going to be. So, and just like with anything, practice makes perfect. Let's see. Let me read some of these comments. Andrea says hi. Hi, Andrea.
I use a lot of salt, guys. I use a lot of salt. I color my salt.
Oh yeah, salt is very good too.
I use a lot of salt for a lot of my stuff. I use a lot of candles. My intention is a big thing, but I worship sun. So I'm a fire sign and I love fire. So fire for me, candles, reading fire. That's my place that I go away and I can manifest anything. So if I look at a fire for long enough, I'm in that fire and that's where I create. That's how I do most of my rituals and most of my spells, because fire has really good intent and it can spread really, really quickly.
Yes, it has a lot of energy. Andrea says, I open my windows, sage every room and the basement, burning dragon's blood now. Then I go through every room with Palo Santo to invite good and positive. That's a really good thing. But if you don't have that on hand, you can just do whatever. One thing that I like to do with my kids is they love to cleanse the house. And what we do is when we're cleansing the house, I'll burn my sage or Palo Santo or whatever I'm going to burn. Sometimes dragon's blood, because that's real good for getting out negativity as well. Sometimes lavender, because lavender can bring peace and calming. But whatever I'm burning, I'll burn it, and we'll open all the windows and the doors. And my kids go around and they call it beating the bad out. And what they do is they just take pots and pans and little drums that they have and they beat on them. And just that music makes the house such a better place. And hoodoo and some of the other traditions, they wash their floors. So what they do is they make this lovely floor water. Sometimes they use different herbs. Sometimes they use lavender. Sometimes they use Florida water, and they mop their floors. And the idea behind it is, as you clean your floors, you're putting the intentions of only good things into your home. So as you're using your mixture of herbs in your water to wash your floor, it smells good. It makes the floors clean, and it gets all that stuff that doesn't do your floors and your house any good out of the house. And then they take the water outside and they don't dump it down the drain, they dump it outside so that all of that negativity is out of the house, not in the pipes, but completely out. And then along the hoodoo belief structure, another thing that they use a lot, and I use this in my own practice just because I found it to be very beneficial, is they use red brick dust. And what they do is they take red bricks. I use bricks from the 1800s because I have access to a lot of them. So I will take that brick and I will chop it up in little pieces with a chisel. And then once the pieces are small enough, I hit it with a smaller hammer to make them kind of fine. And then I will put it in a mortar and pestle, and I will grind it up into a powder. And then you put that over every threshold in your house, and it manifests energy that keeps those that will wrong you away from you. So people that are going to do harm to you, they don't really feel comfortable in your house, so they don't really come around. Just let me read some of these comments. Annette said, bought new sweetgrass today too for the doorways. Oh yes, sweetgrass is another good one to put around the doorways. Okay. Did you have anything you wanted to add, Rebecca?
You know, if you know anything about flowers are pretty good too when you want to use things like, especially rose for love and that sort of thing. So you've got to just go around your house and see what you've got. You probably do have some mint. You probably have even wheat. Wheat's really good to wheat. Grab some wheat, and I can tell you what to do with all these things, and so can Sarah, but I would advise you to look it up. Look what the old people used to do. Some of the wild lettuce, I've told you this before, was a natural painkiller once it's boiled down and it's reduced. All these natural things are really helpful, not only in spell work and not only in the occult and all these sort of things, but in life in general. Before pharmaceuticals, everyone's got to remember that herbs were used. Okay, so we've got to get back to that. So if you want to know about this information, we've got people like Liana, we've got people like Sarah. You know, go on their sites and have a look at what they've got in their files, because I'm telling you, their knowledge on herbs and plants and that sort of thing will help you, because that's where I go to look for things that I need. But your stock standards, your stock standards, but citrus, your lemons and your oranges can produce a lot of energy as well. You know, like you said, you can have a lemon and an orange sitting in the middle of your table, and it will change the whole dynamic of your room. Once you've cut it and you leave up, yeah, it does. It makes the air smell fresh. It takes out impurities. Also, onions. Onions on the bottom of your feet when you've got a cold. They absolutely work. Put them in your socks. Onion on the table, it'll draw in all the impurities. So you chop the end, you chop the top and tail, turn them over, stick them on a bench, and it will draw in all mold. It will draw in all the yucks that's in the air, because that's what it does. Stick one in your fridge. It does the same thing. So,
well, that's
you
because
know,
onions have properties in them that are natural antibiotics. So that's why when you're sick, they tell you to eat like soup, chicken noodle soup, because chicken noodle soup was traditionally made with a lot of onions in it. So not only does it make you feel good because you like that chicken noodle soup, but it has a lot of things in it like onions and garlic that are both natural antibiotics. The chemicals that are actually making up these plants are natural antibiotics. That's why we take them. Garlic, honey, both of them.
honey,
Onions,
big time honey.
yeah, one thing that I do when we're sick is I make what I call fire sticks, and I call them fire sticks because they're kind of spicy, and that's what my kids nickname them. But you take your garlic pieces, your garlic toes, and you put them in a jar of honey, and you let them ferment in there for a little while, and then you just swallow one of them. You can eat them whole or you can chew them up, but they're real spicy. But that honey gives it just that little bit of sweetness that you can bring it down. Hi, Shannon.
That's wonderful.
Wait, I lied. Sharon, I can't read. I'm blind. Excuse me. Penny says, how about using just the powder of one's, or the power of just one's word for each and every day? That's what we were talking about when we were talking about manifesting words. Words have power.
Spelling.
The tools that we use, the herbs that we use to do these spells are just there to, yes, they do have some properties that are associated with each of those, but it helps to give our words intentions. Some people need to be able to see things in order to make it real. Some people need and desire some type of ritual, and that's why these things were used, because it allows you to focus more intently on what you want your intent to actually be. So that's often why we use a lot of the tools that we use.
Yeah, intention's everything, Sarah. I really do believe in that. I mean, if your intention when you're turning around and you're saying, I really don't love this person and I want them out of my life, but your intention and in your heart you really do love them, then it's not going to work. The intention has to come. Yeah, sorry.
Go ahead.
The intention has to come from a place where you really do. I go back to say what you mean and mean what you say. It's that simple, and that's why it's called spelling. Okay, because when you say these words, you're evoking something, you are saying something, you are putting it on a vibration, whether it, the wind, butterfly effect, that's just changed the course of whatever wind. So your words on wind change the course of the universal vibration. It really does. So there is intention in any word, whether it's nasty, whether it's good, everything has an intention.
That's right. Hi, Liana. But one thing on intentions, we have to be clear that we know what we want. For example, if somebody is doing a spell for prosperity and they want money, and in the spell, they write it so that they achieve money because that's what they need. And they said in the spell, just a blanket, I need some extra money, help me manifest that, or however they want to word it. You can word it a million different ways. And then right after they did the spell, they found $5 in their pocket. Well, that spell completed itself because you now have money that you didn't have before. So that spell actually worked because you didn't specify. Now, if you need money to pay your bills for the next 3 weeks, then it's very wise for you to do that spell. And as you're doing that spell, put in there very clearly, I need money to cover my bills for the next 3 weeks. Be as specific as possible. Or I need $300 a week for the next 3 weeks, or whatever you need, because the spell is going to complete itself with the path of least resistance. So the path of least resistance was for you to find that $5 that you forgot you put in your pocket.
Yeah, that's right.
So we have to be very, very specific when we are doing our intentions. And just because you do a spell doesn't mean that it's necessarily going to work or work in the manner that you want it to do. Because just as you can do a spell, I can do a spell, Rebecca can do a spell. Some of those spells that other people are doing might be contradictory to what you're doing, which causes a direct conflict with that, whether it was intentional or not. That has a play on how and if the spell transpires. So somebody that's been practicing longer and has that devotion to set that intent on the spell stronger than somebody else, their spell's going to have a little bit more power. They've been doing it a little bit longer. Their intention is a bit stronger. So it's going to have some effect on spells that other people do.
You're
Does that
absolutely
make
right. And we affect anything anyway. Okay. So
Yes.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you go about something in a ritual style or whether in your words. Intention, I mean, Matt's just pointed out a good point with your thoughts. And this is where I say to you, intention is imperative, because if your thoughts are thinking something other than what you're saying, then do not expect a spell to actually work, because you have to be in alignment with the vibration of your thinking, which is your intent, okay, with what you are saying. And again, you know, the classic movie to go and watch is Labyrinth. Go and watch it, because she always keeps saying life is unfair. And he says one word to her, he goes, what's your comparison in life? How can you compare something to be unfair if you're not just in what you say and what you do? I mean, a lot of people seem to blame God for everything, but they never seem to blame the devil. So you've got to make sure that what you say is the intent that you want to happen through the thoughts and through everything else. Otherwise, it will not carry. It will give you exactly, you know, it's like the Harry Potter where he tries to do the spell. What was he? And it backfired and he ended up eating slugs. You just have to be very, very precise on what you want and your intention. And I'm not one for bad intention, because I believe that bad intention carries a consequence that gives it back to you, and it'll give it back to you tenfold. So I always believe that intention should come from the heart, and it should be a pure intention of not to harm, but to maybe give that person a lesson back, or maybe to make sure that something's reflected back onto them. If they're projecting that to you, reflect it back, because that means you're doing it purely from a good intent. I do not delve in the occult or bad things, but I will deal with people that do bad things, and I will use the utmost light to help those people. But you when you're making spells or when you're doing spelling, yes, your intent should be everything from your thought to your word to the way you carry yourself. You know, it's all integrity. If you don't have integrity, don't expect it to work. I'm sorry. I'm just brutal that way, because then you just, you know, you're putting your chips in hoping to get a fucking $1 million, and it won't happen. You've got to precisely put in the chips in the ones that you want to have that return.
Yeah,
Sorry,
you're very
Sarah.
much, you're totally right. You're totally right in that aspect. I mean, you need to have your ducks in a row, so to speak. Sharon is asking if there's any spell for constant tiredness. Well, if you're tired all the time, the first thing I would do is ask yourself, are you sleeping correctly? If the problem is you're not getting enough sleep at night, or you're not getting into that deeper sleep, that's your problem. You need to adjust that problem. Maybe go to bed earlier, maybe try to meditate before you go to bed to get in that deeper sleep, or you could possibly take some herbs like valerian before you go to bed. Valerian tea is real good for getting to that deeper state of sleep. And melatonin, if you do take melatonin, just make sure it's naturally derived, not a man-made substance. And if you rule out those issues of actual sleeping and you're just tired in the daytime, make sure you're getting enough vitamin B, specifically B12 and B6, because if you're not, especially if you're a woman, you're going to feel tired. And if you still feel like you're tired after getting those vitamins, you can take something like ginseng tea. Ginseng tea is a natural stimulant, so it gives you that energy that you need, but it's released slowly. So you don't have like mounds and mounds of energy. It just helps you get through your day, even better than coffee, caffeine.
Yep. And just a side note, please, while we're here, all this advice is given to you from what we know. If it is something other than that, you must seek medical help. We are not here to give you a medical diagnosis, okay? Because I am not prepared to do that. So if you have counted out everything medical, then the suggestion would be go with what Sarah says. But please, if it persists and there's something that's just not right and it's just not sitting right, you need to go and get medical help, all right? Or medical advice at least, okay? Because I'm not prepared for us to say something and for you to come back and say, well, that didn't bloody work. Well, there's something underlining. So you need to make sure that you discount everything before you do that, because it could be actually something wrong. Sleep apnea is not to be laughed at, okay? It really isn't. Insomnia is not to be laughed at, okay? And there's usually a stress underlining that, or something that is health problem. So you need to make sure that you do.
Yeah, we we are here to offer advice, but we are not medical professionals. So do seek medical advice when necessary.
Please.
And each of us are responsible for our own decisions. So if you choose to follow something that we say, you're doing it purely because you want to, not because we suggested it. Just a little disclaimer. Liana says this is, she must be talking about bees collecting pollen. She's talking about how honey is very good for allergies. Honey is very good for allergies, but what's better is bee pollen. So if you can get the bee pollen from the honey, some local distributors will give it to you, especially if they're a smaller farm. But that is actually the best thing for bee pollen. If you're going to do that, you should definitely do so under medical advisement.
Well, I'm really lucky here because we live sorry, because we live next to New Zealand. We get some really good Manuka honey, and I am telling you now, I made a salve out of Manuka honey, and it is the best for itches, boils, you name it. It's almost a drawing ointment. You know, and you just make a common salve out of it. And I tell you what, it makes a hell of a difference. Scarring, it's beautiful for scarring. I didn't realize how good it was for scarring.
Now, with Manuka honey, you have to pay attention to the K factor, because some Manuka honey is better than other Manuka honey.
Yes.
Because it's rated with a K factor. Now, I don't like to use anything under K factor 18. I know they have K factor 8, K factor 15, K factor 22, K factor 25, and I think 38 as well. But I like to stick around 22 to 25 depending price, because it's very expensive if you're here in the States. But that is an item that I always keep on stock because of its healing benefits. If you have any abrasion on the skin, I mix mine with I make a calendula salve out of it. So it's made with calendula and Manuka honey. And it is very good for treating eczema. It is very good for treating psoriasis. It is very good for minor cuts, scrapes, bruises, any matter of the skin. But it also has antibiotic properties. So if you're feeling sick, if your immune system is run down, take a spoonful of that honey and put it in your tea, or drink it, or just eat it plain. It is very, very good. And it is one of the most healthiest honeys you can buy, because and Rebecca is very lucky, because the only place you can get Manuka honey is from Australia, because it is pollinated. Bees use the Manuka flower, which only grows there. So you can't get it here from the States. If they can't produce it in the States, it has to be gotten from Australia. And if you can afford the extra here, depending on what K factor you buy in the States, it's between $22 and $39. And if you can afford that little bit, and that's for approximately an 8-ounce container. And if you can afford that little bit, and that's the only thing you have in your medicine cabinet, or the only thing you can afford for your medicine cabinet, especially if you want like an herbal medicine cabinet or a natural medicine cabinet, that would be the one thing that I would recommend that everybody gets, because it covers so many bases.
I bought a kilo of Manuka honey. That was I got factor 20. And it for the kilo, it cost me $110.
Yeah. But that is, I don't know what that transfers to pounds, but I'd have to look.
That would be around 60 pounds, 70, maybe 70 pound.
That is a great price then, Rebecca. Here for 8 ounces. 8 ounces is half a pound. 8 ounces is 8 ounces is a little container this big. And that's like K factor 20 this big. It's like $25 here. So that is like
that's 1 liter, and that's what I got of Manuka. It's like that. It's 1 liter. It's about that big. So you can see compared to my head how much I got. Yeah. So that was just a sanitizer, but that's to give you an idea. That's how big we got it. We got it in a nice big kilo.
Here, I'll go get mine and I'll show you. You entertain them for a minute.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's that small. I mean, that's just, it just goes to show you how popular and how good it really is. And there is fakes out there, guys, so you really have to look if it's a product of Australia or New Zealand, because they are growing it in New Zealand, and New Zealand at the moment are producing some of the best because of the fires and floods that we've had here, and because of some of the bee populations not doing so well. We've actually been getting it from New Zealand. So, yes, please check it out because you really do need some in your kit because it does everything. It is brilliant.
Okay. This right
Here
here
she
is
is.
K-Factor 16. And this is $25
What?
at the grocery store. $25.
Wow.
That is little.
Wow. Yeah, wow. Wow, well, I am very blessed, but I do live on the greatest country in the earth.
But I just wanted you to visually see how small it is for $25.
Yeah.
When you thought it was
Yeah.
expensive for what you got, I'm like, that is
Yeah.
a very good deal for over here in the States.
Yeah. I was just letting them know that New Zealand have been growing it, and they've been growing some of the best at the moment.
Yeah, I've
because
seen it from New Zealand as well,
Yeah.
but that's not far from you.
Yeah. No, it's not. And the reason why they are producing more at the moment is because we had the fire flood in the last 5 years. And so it's really caused a lot of trouble with the bees and everything that we've had here. We nearly had a disease that took our bees out, but luckily we've got some of the greatest beekeepers over here. We've actually been selling our queen bees over in America because you've had lots of problem with the bees over there. So our queens, so we made quite a bit of money off the bees being, shipped over there. But yeah,
My brother-in-law
if you can
just
get
bought
yourself some,
from there.
then get yourself some. It would be recommended because it is wonderful. It really is.
Penny says she takes it when she feels a sore throat or cold coming up. Yes, it's very good for that. Another thing that's really good is elderberry syrup or elderberry tea. You can make it in a tea too. But if you work with elderberries, you have to be careful because they're toxic if they're not cooked. They have to be boiled for 20 minutes before that you are able to eat them or consume them in any manner. I just had to put that out there. Hi, Rue. Let's see who else is here. Alexander, thinking bee. I don't know what you're talking about. I want aloe wood. Unfortunately, it's expensive. It is. There's a lot of things that are expensive. Mushrooms can help to save the bees. Mushrooms have a lot of properties that they can. That they have a lot of properties. A lot of healing properties.
Let's talk about mushrooms. Yes. The evolution of the mushroom, the psilocybin. Yes. Let's talk about it.
Okay. Shane says that Texas is he says that Australia is second only to Texas.
Oh, all right. I'll take that on board, Shane. No worries. Especially when you come and meet some of our elders. I would love, you know what I would love? This is what I want. I'm putting it in the universe. I would love some Indigenous Indians and some Indigenous Aboriginals to go collectively and do some music together. Hello. That would be lovely. Just putting it out there.
We have a spammer, Melanie. Oh, you
give
use
him that.
Oh, all right. I'll give him. Let's go. I'm gonna throw some gum in the hair for me. All right, I'm on it.
Matt says he uses honey to make hottie toddies, ginger and tea. Now, if you don't know what a hottie toddy is,
ginger, another one, ginger.
It is honey. Or hottie toddies are an alcoholic drink, but they are very good for when you're feeling down, when you feel a cold coming on, or when you have a sore throat. I make mine by what I do is I put some fresh squeezed lemon. I put about 2 tablespoons of fresh squeezed lemon in the bottom of a cup. And then I put about 2 tablespoons of honey in a cup. And then I take some of my fresh ginger and I just shave off some of it and put it right in there. And then I boil some water and I just put the hot water in there and you stir it up until all the honey is dissolved. And then you add a shot of whiskey. And it is very, very good for any type of cold or sore throat. My husband loves my hot toddies, he'll tell you.
All right, I got to tell you something. This is so funny. I was a little kid. I would have been Dad said I was probably about 6 months old, and I'd got the flu. So he rings his mother. I'd gone up and back then you used to have to put your change in to ring your mum, right? And so we're in Australia and she's in England. So he's got all this silver change ready to take to the phone, the public box, and we're ringing, and it's 1,600 numbers that you got to ring to get there, right? And he rings her up and he goes, "Mum, What am I going to do? She's got the flu. She won't go to sleep. There's snot everywhere. There's shit everywhere. What am I going to do? Anyway, Nan turns around and says, put a drop of whiskey in her milk bottle and she should be right. All right, love. No worries. Thanks, Mum. Hang up. Blip, blip. Goes home. Forgot. By the time he got home, he forgot how much the dose was. So instead of putting a drop full, he put a capful in. Yeah. Rebecca slept for about 24 hours solid. Woke up right as rain, though. No flu. So, yes, I can attest. Whiskey works.
Yeah, whiskey's good. It gives well, legally we can't recommend it for children in the
Of course not. Never do that. But, never ever.
I plead the fifth on whether or not I've used it on my own.
Well, yes, I plead the fifth too. But I just thought how interesting, and he loves telling that story at drunk parties at Christmas because he just thinks it's just delightful, not realizing that people are going, you gave whiskey to your child? He doesn't care.
Well, it was back in times where it was 70s. Much more acceptable.
It wasn't the 70s. It's like anything goes in the 70s,
Yes, that was where things were. Time was much more acceptable then. So we do some reading.
Exactly right. I remember getting a note from my mum, right, to go up to the shop. I would have been 10. And I remember she wrote a letter, please let my daughter buy a packet of Benson and Hedges 25 smokes. Yep.
We did that
at 10 years old, you're allowed to take the note up there with the cash, go buy your mum a packet of smokes and take them home. This day and age, you'd be shot.
Yes, you would be. I remember going down and doing that for my parents too. I remember going to the local pub. I remember going to the local pub and picking up a 6-pack for my dad because he gave me a note saying that I could, and I'd bring it back up to the house.
That's right. I remember our cots. They were lead-lined paint, so you'd sit there as a kid teething and you're eating the lead-lined paint. No wonder we're fucking crazy.
Yep. That's true. Let's see. Does anybody need a reading today? We are doing them for donation based.
Yes,
way back when they used to rub it on the baby's gums when they were teething. Some of us still do that, I'm sure. Not saying any names.
Sure. Yeah, but I'm sure it still happens. Yeah. Boom, cold gone. That's exactly right, Penny. It was boom, it was gone. I've got my lovely, beautiful creatures deck today, everybody.
I am going to be using my my Elakai deck. And Elakai is French. It means she who speaks.
She who speaks. Lovely.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. The mother of all mothers. She who speaks.
I used to go to the store and buy spokes for my pap. That's what Matt said. Penny, yes, please. Yeah. I'd love a reading. Penny, do you want on a specific topic or just a general?
Right, just let me write this down so I know who we're reading, please. Because, this old brain.
And Melanie wants a birth date, right, Mel?
Oh, sure, that'd be great.
Yes, if we need a birth date too. Let me grab my pen so I can start writing things down. Okay. Penny, do you want a general reading or do you want it on a specific area of your life and your birth date, including the year, please? While we wait for that, I will shuffle my cards. General and love. Okay.
General love.
Yeah, that's what she said. General love.
All right.
And her, Melanie, the birthday is January 14th of 81.
Capricorn born during the year of the cock.
Well. Oh, my chickens were so loud today, I almost choked one of them. Oh.
Make a lovely dinner.
They didn't like the pouring rain for the last 4 days. Here is the card I pulled for you, Miss Penny. Ooh, that's so pretty. I love that one. This is Valorous, and this card indicates that you need to step outside of your comfort zone and reach for things that are just on the other side. Have a little bit more confidence in yourself. You wanted it regarding love, so step out of it. You make the first move. Don't wait for somebody to come toward you when you're having a conflict or a discussion. Take it and you initiate things. You make the first steps, and what that will do is that'll help give you the confidence that you need to pursue these manners. Love you, Penny says she loves you, Melanie. You crack her up.
Love you too, Penny.
Oh, Jawan is here, or Juan. I can't speak.
Hey, Juan. I hope you like your surprise.
Hello, ladies, and a special thanks to Melanie for the video. How sweet. Nice to see you. What if it's the wrong person considering my last reading here? Well, you can't focus too much on the wrong person. If it's not working for you, then it's not a functional relationship. So you need to be the one to end it. You need to be the one to say, you know what, this is not working well. This is not what I want. You need to take those first moves to get what you want. And if it's not the right one, you don't want to stay in a stagnant relationship. So you want to kind of put out there what you want out of a relationship, and you want to make sure that's what you're getting with the person that you're with. So if it's the wrong person, we learn from each relationship that we are in. So if it's the wrong person, yes, it's going to end, but what did you learn from that relationship? You should be wary of any new relationship, really, because you don't know them well enough. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't take the first move. I think you will manifest a man who suits you well. You just need to give it a little bit of time. And I would definitely not hesitate to make the first move if you think you can have a prosperous relationship with the person that you tend to make the move on. Okay, Rebecca, you're up.
All right, so I drew the wheel, which means changes. Now, you're not going to like this. Well, maybe you do. I see you, Penny, and you look at the big chocolate wheel and you go, spin! And you spin the wheel and you wait to see what number comes up. Oh, what number? Number 6. No. No longer waiting for the wheel to tell you what number to pick and what to go with. So in other words, it's time for you to make real honest changes about what you expect and what you want out of love, because you're confused at the moment. 1 minute you want something, 1 minute you want something else, and then you add and then you take away. It's serious time. What do you expect out of a relationship? What are your boundaries? And make sure that you stick to them, because once you bend those boundaries, those people can push those boundaries. So you need to make sure that you are specific in what you want. We were talking about intention. Love just doesn't come around the corner and dance in your life if that's what you want. All right? Yes, it does for some people. Not for you. You have to work hard at it. I'm sorry. That's just the way it's going to be, because your intention is you want someone to come and sweep you off your feet, and you have to sweep yourself off your feet. Okay? I'm sorry, Penny, but I'm direct and to the point. The wheel is here, but you have to be the one to choose the number. Don't let the wheel choose it for you. Yeah? All right, I'm finished. Go, Mel.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I was reading Juan's comment. You ladies should be on the Kinky Spiritualist show because you fit the profile to the extreme.
Thanks, Juan. All right. So do we have 2 pennies in the thing? Is that correct?
Do we have 2 what?
Or is it this? I was like, there's another penny, or is it the same penny? I was like, do we have 2 pennies? I was like, wait a minute. Well, January 14th, that's the other penny, so it's the same penny. I don't know why I thought there was 2 different pennies. I don't know. I guess 2 pennies for my thoughts. I'm losing it over
No,
here.
I'm doing TikTok, Andrea. Don't worry. I'm doing TikTok.
Oh yeah, TikTok.
don't worry.
Oh, that's gonna be
Mel's
good.
just a little
Thank
crazy today.
Yes.
I
Okay.
don't
So
do TikTok. I have enough problems with Facebook, Andrea.
I pulled the 7 water, which is the same as the 7 of cups, and it is a card about like trusting and faith and surrendering. It's also about release and control is an illusion. And the one thing about this card that's like the most important thing to remember is the future will bring you what you need, not what you want. And that also goes with relationships, especially in the time that we're in right now. And you want to be at a vibrational match with somebody if you're looking for a partnership. And so it's like letting go of certain expectations, but then at the same time knowing what you want. But I think this card is just definitely saying, just kind of just go with the flow, just kind of just kind of roll with it, right now, and you're still, going through such major growth and everything. Is just kind of there's still so much, like you're gonna come into just going with the flow of things and not being too dead set on something, because like I said, like the universe will bring you what you need, not what you want, and that will happen. And then the manifestation of that partner that you need will be there when you come to that, on that flow.
That's right. Because she would have decided then exactly what she wants and exactly what she doesn't want, because the confusions is in there. And like you said, just go with it, because you're learning, and life is lessons, isn't it, Penny? So things that you've learned that have taught you that really great, you're not going to want that in a relationship. Things that you really want to see and enjoy in the next relationship, which is the next phase, whether you like it or not, it could be camping, whatever. You want someone that's going to be able to do that with you, and that's what Mel is saying, is just let it happen, let this beautiful flow happen, because if you control so many things, you can micromanage it to the point of where you actually don't get what you want.
That's exactly right.
I see you, Matt.
Can't see. I see you. Together. I see you too, Matt. But I didn't. If you said something before, maybe I didn't, because I didn't see anything else. I think all of the cards went together very, very well. They all told a different piece of that.
Yeah. That's why I love us. We're a good team.
Yeah, we are. I really enjoy reading with you ladies. You ladies have no idea how much I like reading with you.
All right, well, Andrea, another sleeper. What the hell
Mel,
is that?
You've been a little quiet, but I still love doing the videos with you.
Yeah, so I was kind of preoccupied with a couple other little things to do, but and I'm gonna get my mount set up here in a moment, so then that way I can turn my camera on. But I just need just a couple more minutes to hide out.
Oh, Matt, Penny might not be able to see what you said. If you can see what she said, then she can see what you said. But if she's watching from a different live stream like Melanie's or Rebecca's, she won't be able to see you. She's on a different page. Yep, that's right.
Hi, Rosemary.
Andrea wants some.
Is Annette here? I think I've seen her earlier too. Hello, lovely
it's
Annette.
Rosemary. Hey, Rosemary. We love Rosemary.
Oh, Rosemary is here. I'm like, I don't see Rosemary.
Hey, Tammy.
Comment popped up. I guess I'm a little lagged. Yeah, Tammy's here too.
Is Jules in the rafters?
Andrea. No, I didn't see Jewel. Andrea said,
ask Annette if she sees Jules in the rafters. Maybe Annette might see her.
Annette, do you see Jules in the rafters?
Oh,
That's in the belfry. I love you. Just be quiet. What? Me?
Okay. Andrea would like a reading, so I will shuffle for Andrea. You know Andrea's birthday, I'm sure. Hi, Tyler.
Andrea, hi, Tyler.
Yep, I already have. I just did Andrea's starseed thing. So yes, I know Andrea's birthday. Don't need it. Hey, Tyler. Hopefully you like your starseed origins. Now you know why you guys are always surrounded by cats.
Meow. Sorry, I was being a cat.
Meow, meow.
This is a card I pulled for you, Andrea. That's so pretty. I love this deck. This is the first time I've read for it, like on a public public area. I've done paid readings with it, but not publicly. This is Valencia, and she is all about resolution and determination. Seems like you're going through a lot of things that you may not want discussed publicly, but there is going to be resolution to those things. But in order to see that through, you need to stick to your guns and make sure that you don't back down. You need to stand strong and focus on the changes that need to be done. Focus on what you want to transpire, because that's what's going to help it come into play. So hopefully that helps, but your issues will be resolved. I think it'll just be a little bit of time, but you really need to focus on what exactly you want resolved and not budge from that once you figure it out. All right, Rebecca.
Oh, is it? Okay. Well,
we're doing
I
Andrea.
pulled an interesting card. Andrea, I don't know. I just like saying it.
It's Andrea.
Is it Andrea? Is it really? Not
yeah.
Andrea? Ah.
I suppose you could pronounce it either way. I don't think she'd care too much.
Okay, right.
Oh, I love that card.
All right, it's the paranormal, curiosity. Now, they often say curiosity killed the cat, and I say satisfaction brought it back.
Oh, I was going to say that satisfaction brought him back. I always say that.
So what's it saying, Andrea, is that, yeah, there's some things that you need to look at the moment, but this has to do with a gift, I believe, because paranormal means there's something that's happening. I think I've mentioned this to you. You're having an upgrade, or there's a download, or there's something happening, but it's to do with so something on the wavelength that's coming to you. I'm actually curious myself, so when it does happen, I want to know. But yes, I see lots of good things. Nothing heavy, nothing bad, but I see lots of good things. Things are going to start falling into place and start making sense. There you go. Go, Mel.
Your turn, Melly.
All right. Andrea, I pulled the Three of Fire, which is like the Three of Wands. And this is actually a really, really significant card for you. Now, the Three of Wands. Oh, sorry. Hold on. I got too much going on here. I need to one thing at a time, Melanie. Now, you do have a lot of good things that are waiting for you, and to always remember that, and focusing on what you want and focusing on resolving those, that's really good, because you definitely need that too. But the Three of Fire, talking about action, okay, action and exploitation, and of course, that expression of self. Also, a little bit of sacrifice, usually having to sacrifice something small to get something big. So, and also too, putting your objectives first, so it's just basically light some fire underneath your ass is basically what it's trying to say. Figure out what inspires you the most, and what you're most passionate about, and to go after that. If you feel, and if you're feeling lost and on the road, or feeling lost, not knowing what direction to take, just kind of just sit with it for a moment and just think about what are you passionate about, what drives you, what is it that just puts that smile and warms your heart and your soul. So it's just get creative, and get on it, and don't waste any more time. But it's definitely about, lighting the fire underneath your ass. If you hold it there for too long, you're going to be charcoal, then you don't want that on your booty.
Yeah, get those ears checked out, woman. I need you to go and see more about it.
Okay, does anybody else want a reading? We're doing them for donation based.
Is Juan, hey, Juan, if you're still here in the thing, we should pull cards for Juan.
For Juan? Does Juan want us to pull cards on him?
Juan, would you like for us to pull a card for you?
Does Juan want one, or does Juan want two?
Rebecca.
No problem, Andrea. Tyler wants a reading too. Tyler,
There we go. He goes,
do you know Tyler's birthday?
While he's thinking,
The one and
go ahead and do Tyler.
Do you know Tyler's birthday?
The one and only. I want 3.
Oh, he
Okay.
wants 3. One from each of us.
Okay, fine. We'll go ahead. We'll pull for one real quickly, and then we'll pull for my future ex-wife, who was in the audience today.
Do you know Tyler's birthday?
Yes, I do. She's a Capricorn with a Scorpio moon, Aries rising.
All right, who we're doing first? Juan or Tyler? Who's first?
Juan.
Okay.
We always see Juan is such a common name down here, and every time I see it, I want to call it Jawan because I want to say.
That's as bad as Julio. We get a lot of Julio.
And I feel so bad because my husband's Hispanic and we live in a predominantly Hispanic area, and every single time I want to say the name wrong. Like, hello, get with the program.
You want to say
It's
it
like
Juan?
Yeah, it's like,
No,
but
I
it's
wanna
like
say
French.
Juan.
You know the French? It's like the French. When I used to watch that fisherman, what was his name? Jacques Cousteau. I mean, Jacques. It should be just Jack. Hello.
This is the card that I pulled for you, Juan. This is Eklat.
911.
What was that?
Andrea's been funny. She says if ever in trouble, dial 911.
This talks
Sorry.
about a battle that is bittersweet. So you must be battling something in your personal life that is going to have an outcome that's good, but also bad at the same time. So it's going to be something that, yes, it's a good ending, but it's also very, very sad and very, I don't want to say traumatic because I don't think traumatic is the right word. I think more along the lines of just kind of sad.
Intense.
Yes, it's going to be very intense, but I don't think you'll have a problem dealing with it. I think you might take a couple days to clear it up, but I think it's going to be very personal. It's going to touch you in a very profound manner, which is going to help move you along to the next spot that you need to get to. But it's going to be quite an intense little bit of time. There's going to be a lot of energy involved in probably a little bit of shadow work and spirit work. Rebecca, you?
Okay, Juan. I've got the 4 of Pentacles, greed. I've got the Wheel, which is changes. And I've got the Page of Swords, which is inspection. So what I'm getting from all these at the moment is that you need to watch how you feel about when you get money and not to expect it as something that's going to keep coming in, because it's not. You have to organize your finances better. There's big changes coming to you personally, to your being, which means that you're going to have, that last card is inspection. So that means you looking back, I think it's introspection. So I think you're going to be looking back at some things that you used to like, but you no longer like, and they're no longer needed for you to go forward. So at the moment, I see just watch your finances and don't become too greedy, because there's big changes coming which will force you to look at yourself and your finances. That's what I'm getting, Juan. Hope that helps. Go, Mel.
All right, if you give me just a moment here, I gotta rinse my hands off here for just give me 30 seconds counting now. 30 seconds.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
12, 13, 14, 15,
16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You got 10 seconds
21,
left.
22,
23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Guess what, Mel?
It's
30 seconds. I did it.
I
Oh my
love
God,
it.
you're the first time I've ever been on time.
You were a little late. You can't even be on time when you give us a set amount.
I
Oh,
know.
hi, hi. Oy vey.
All right, I'm shuffling here. So, ooh.
I don't
Oh,
want to know
I'm
either,
sure nobody
Andrea.
wants to know why Melanie's hands are sticky.
Yeah, we don't know
What?
what she's been doing.
Andrea said she doesn't want to know why your hands are sticky.
Well, you're such a nasty girl. Nasty girl. Shame on you.
Oh,
There's probably children present.
Juan said we're right. Pretty much. He said retirement is looming, so budget will be in order. Yeah,
Yeah,
that is
definitely.
bittersweet. That is
Yeah.
bittersweet.
Yep.
All right. So
Hopefully we
I
helped you a little bit.
pulled TMI. I pulled the counselor, and it talks about documenting your life, and also to guard like your personal information, but you definitely want to document your life and value the written word by writing them down. So this is kind of interesting because look at that. It even looks just like them.
Somebody remind me I have a question for Andrea when you're done.
So
I like that, Mel.
the counselor.
Like that.
So also too, this is about guiding others as well. Being in that role, staying in that role, and just understanding the importance of it. I mean, it says a lot right there, the counselor, but definitely
I think
writing is huge.
I think also remembering that you can learn from those that you're counseling is important too.
Oh, the light's like really bright. Whew. Oh my God, I'm having a major hot flash right now. I got long sleeves on.
Thanks for sharing that, Mel.
Hey, I can always take it off.
No, we're good. Leave it on.
She's like, no, we're good. Our series no fun. Not even a little bit.
Little bit.
She's like,
Are you done with Juan's reading?
Yes. Actually, you know what? No. Actually, you know what? I want to pull one more from my vintage oracle. The one that has the one that looks like
I want to
like
see
a leash on the back.
Penny said she loves these lives. She's laughing so hard right now. We're so
perception.
happy that we make you laugh.
So yes, perception is everything, and having an understanding of different perception is gonna be very beneficial, not only just for you, but for those that you assist along the way.
You're bouncing it all over. Hold it still.
So perception.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. As I gotta fan myself with it. Nice big one.
Andrea,
I miss my bitches.
Are you done now?
Yes.
I don't want to cut you off. Okay. Andrea, I have a question for you. You said that you can't concentrate when you're meditating because of the ringing in your ear. Let me ask you, have you tried concentrating on the ringing of your ear while meditating? Because if it's not something that's medical, it might be something that is trying to come in. So if you concentrate on it in that meditative state, rather than trying to block it out, you might get the clear message. Okay, that's all I had to say. Oh, and you're welcome, Juan. Hopefully,
that's actually really good. Focus on the pitch instead of trying to ignore it.
Yeah, when I seen her type that, but you were in the middle of Juan's reading, so I'm like, sticky note.
Need more fans in here.
Boom. Or just you need to not have hot flashes, one or the other.
God, I know, for real.
Okay, so now who were we doing? We were doing Tyler.
Tyler?
Yes.
Tyler, we're on you.
Okay. I'm just shuffling.
The pitch is over 13,000 megahertz. That's okay. You should be able to find a binomial beat that's about 13,000 megahertz. But even if you can't, just focus on that ringing and that meditation, because as you focus on that ringing, it might become more clear and resonate. Another thing you can try, if it's not medical, is a chakra alignment, because sometimes when we have our chakras clouded, it can cause energy to be disproportionate in different areas of our body. And as that happens, it can cause little ticks and little things to happen like that. I'm not saying that's what it is. I'd have to scan your chakras personally, but if you want, you can message me and I'll try to fit you in this next week. But that could possibly be an issue as well. You might be partially out of alignment. Just something to think about. Okay, I'm shuffling for you, Tyler. Yeah. I'm sure it's going to be a pretty card.
Any questions?
Yes, if you have questions, just go ahead and ask them, and we will talk about any topic y'all want, because you're our audience, and we love you. Everybody's
so out of whack.
It's these solar storms. There's solar storms, and they're going to be at their strongest tomorrow. So they're going to start dissipating after tomorrow evening. So energy levels should go back a little bit better than they are now. But things are going to be out of whack for a little while. Okay, Tyler, this is for you. This is eyeless, and this is hope and desire. This is what you want. You're hoping for things to happen rather than taking initiative. And it's good that you hope, and it's good that you have that desire to want these good things to happen, but sometimes you got to step up and kind of assert a little bit of dominance and kind of push them in the right direction to get them to manifest. And that's what I think you need to be working on. You need to set clear intentions on what you want to happen when you're making these wishes and coming up with these desires that you want. And then you need to do proactive things in your life to achieve them. I think you're doing a little bit, but I think it's kind of on the back burner a little bit as well. So if you can bring the stuff that's to the back burner up a little bit, you're going to find that things are going to manifest in a quicker manner. Your turn, Rebecca.
6 of Cups, memories. So, Tyler, I think that you're reminiscing a bit of what was and not looking forward. Cups are supposed to be about abundance, but if you're not able to keep filling up your cup and you just keep giving without filling up your cup, all you're going to have is memories. So you need to learn how to fill up your cup properly to be able to move forward, because energy can sap you and that sort of thing. And I'm getting, Tyler, that you're around people that do this to you. They actually take your energy without you knowing. So you need to be really aware of your energy and who's taking it from you and not giving back. Yeah. Mel?
That's really good for you to say. And yes, Tyler, because you are a Scorpio moon, a Scorpio that is energy, that is the house of energy. And one thing, like I do know, like with Scorpios, like if they get around just the wrong type of person with the wrong type of energy, it can be very draining for them, and it can be very not stressful but irritating. So yeah, so you definitely want to protect and watch your energies and who your energies are around. But and then plus with you, because you have like really nice energy. So of course, I mean, that's just delicious snack especially for an energy vampire. But yeah, definitely with the energy, you want to definitely be cautious of that, because with you being a Scorpio moon. All right, I'm shuffling here. Oh, and I also just wanted to share something here. Let's see here. This is what I wanted to share. So check it out. You guys can get it on Amazon.
The Foundation of Spirituality. I can't read the rest of it. Can you read the bottom?
It is what it is. Juan Gonzalez.
It is what it is. Oh, that's why I'm saying it is what it is.
Juan wrote that book?
Andrew, I'm Tyler's energy vampire. Are you sure it's not your mom?
I'm gonna have to download that book. It's just available in print, right?
You can get a hard copy, or you can get it on Kindle.
Oh, I like Kindle because then I have this thing where I buy books and then I put them aside and then I forget where they are, so I never get to read them.
Yeah, I don't know if like Juan is still in the audience with us. Andrew, you tag Juan. 911.
So if anybody has any questions after reading that book, Juan would be able to answer them. He was here earlier.
Yeah, and I actually wanted to do some segments on the talk show, going over some chapters and reading it, some things and some key points and discuss it kind of in depth and stuff. And maybe, yeah, I've been thinking about that for a while. So that's good to have the book, Andrea. All right, so let's see here. Yeah, do you like the new background? I don't know how to get it off of there. We're trying to figure out how to get it off of there.
I actually do.
That purple ring.
Of course, I'd love it. It's purple.
Oh, you like
right,
purple too? Okay.
I'm Tyler's energy vampire. Just, oh my God, Andrea, you're too much.
Liana, no more energy vampires after last year. Well, we know.
All right, here we go. This is good. And
oh, that's wonderful, Annette. Woo!
Yeah, I was just reading that too.
All right, so I pulled the Two of Water, which is very interesting. Why would it be? Are you cheating on me? Better not be. That's probably why. No, I called Tyler my future ex-wife. So, all right. So then, Two of Waters. It talks about trust and commitment, union. So, wondering if there's maybe somebody that's going to be coming into your life that could be very beneficial for you. It could be a couple different things. It could even be something platonic, because the intimacy is shared between people that are platonic with each other, between friends, family, stuff like that. So, and that's just what I pick up from that card. But I also pulled a couple more cards for you. One of them I pulled the Father, which I thought that's kind of interesting because I barely ever pull that card. And give just a moment here. I'm actually gonna look this one up because it's not one that I usually pull very often. It's very different in this book. But oh, the Two of Waters. That just kind of interests me. I wonder who it is. So whoever it is, it better be good to you. So what is that? What does Liana say? Blades. I use blades and beat them. I'll beat them up. Oh my God, Liana. So the Father. And taking me forever to get there. All right. So it talks about leadership, authority, protection, responsibility, guidance, and support. The center of power within the family unit, a source of strength and not fear. So, so fulfill your obligations, and it also speaks of step out of the Stone Age. So it's more so about that leadership, taking in that role, taking the lead, being that just like that authority, don't just authority within yourself, within your life, within everything that you do. And it could coincide too with this Two of Waters, somebody coming in and making sure that you stand within that power of that authority of self, because especially when you get new people coming into your life, you want to set it clear that that you are in control of you, and that you operate within what you find, for the dynamics of yourself, especially when you're dealing with somebody new. I'm gonna grab my vintage oracle and see what they have to say.
Oh, so, Annette, that's awesome. Annette received a signed copy of Juan's book because she won it. That's cool.
Yay! Well done.
Expression. Oh, and here's the Father card. And see, look at that. He's out there in the woods. Look at him. And then there's the Two of Water. Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
She's like, interesting. Yeah, it is interesting. So expression is the card I pulled. So that self-expression, that is, and that very much goes in with that authority of self. But you want to just a lot of times with expression, whenever you pull the expression card, I always want to say let your freak flag fly. But yes, you always definitely want to be in that expression of yourself all the time, and just be unapologetic about it. Just be you, and be a power structure. You're Capricorn. Capricorns take the lead. They are the leaders. They are the elite that's running the industry. So yeah, you just gotta harness and go with it. Even in your birth chart, with your house placement, is about being in that power of authority, being in that lead, being that boss. So so you got to start owning it now and getting into it.
Cool.
You caught Mel's hot flash. Yeah, she strip it out.
Oh,
I'm
Rosemary
fanning
won a book
myself.
too.
Oh, I know it's hot. I want to take my clothes off too.
That's cool.
It's supposed to be even hotter tomorrow. I'm not happy about that.
I wanted to mention too, we were talking about magic and practicality around the house. I wear a lot of my runes because they're like protection as well. So hop into runes and look at what they can. Get some information on them because you can cut a tree, make your own rune, make your own sigil. Runes are really, really multitaskers and a lot of things. And you should really look at it because it can be used for anything as long as you bind with your runes. And yeah, I just find runes so much that I can do with them, and you can make them on bones, wood, rocks. It doesn't matter. So get yourself into runes and have a look at sigils and protection and wearing it and doing spells and other stuff with it because you'll be surprised at what runes can do and how old they are and what they've been doing for a while.
Yeah, I have a couple sets of those. I have a set on bone and then I have a carved set.
Yeah.
Very expensive carved set, but
Oh, they're beautiful. You know what? Since I found them, I just want to know more. And I love diving in. Yeah, I love diving in and I love the different interpretations of where they lay and how they can be. And one can mean so much more. And then when you add 3 more, it actually completes a different story. Or, I like putting sigils on the bottom of my feet that are runes because it's like a protection, like the Vikings, So yeah, there's a lot of things you can do at home. There really is that you could just, like we were talking about spelling, but you can draw. I mean, we used to draw on ourselves at school, remember?
Yep.
So I mean, if you need some protection, you can always just draw it, get a bit of ash, bit of coal, get a texter, a pen. So there's all different ways that you can use magic to your advantage as long as you have intention.
Tyler's going to be making a set from deer bones. Melanie, Matt had a question for you a little while ago. He wanted to know why he's seeing owls.
Wisdom.
Matt, you've asked this before when we told you. Go back and watch the replay. No, I'm just kidding. I won't do that to you. The owls, that they're a symbol of wisdom and of what's the word I'm looking for?
Knowledge.
Just old knowledge, old sacred, like
I was going to say, I think it's ancient download, yeah. And I told him to look into Druid. I think he's got.
Yeah, that's what I told him earlier too.
I think he's got something to do with the Druids.
Yes, elder. Yes.
Yeah, yes. Druidry. It's something to do with Druidry, and I just get this really big feeling that there's something to do with the Druids because that's so earthly. They were so earthly. He's up at the sun. He's grounding himself. There's something in the Druidry for me, for Matt. I really believe that.
It's healing. It's the art of healing. That's what he's supposed to be working on.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think it was pretty powerful from what I'm getting from what I can see right now. He had not powerful in the sense that he knew he was powerful, but people would go to him all the time because he just had this way. It's like the old oracle tree,
old ancient wisdom of knowing information.
Yeah, I see people going to him and they were constant. He was like the oracle, the tree that sat there, the wisdom tree, That's what I keep getting.
Yep. Anyway, Matt also would like a card.
Oh, yes, Matt, absolutely.
And he also wants to talk to you later.
Yep, sure. I've just got to hop off here at about 1:30 because I've got to go and pick somebody up.
No, we won't let you go.
Oh, no, I have to help everybody,
I'm just kidding.
I have to spread myself in like Vegemite.
Oh my God, that's how I have to do the same thing. Everybody messages me. I know I have like at least 20 messages that are unread.
Any question, Matt?
Oh no.
Oh, Matt says he needs rune knowledge.
Rune knowledge, yeah.
I love runes. I used to
they're
read with them
difficult.
all the time, but so many people don't ask for rune readings, so.
I've been pushing it a little bit more. I've been making it I'm going to make it my only thing that they can ask for about a month. I might just do a month of rune reading and put tarot and oracle down and tell them all stuff it. Nah, runes are nothing.
Matt said just general, so I will
Just
pull this
general?
question
Okay.
for him. This is the card I pulled for you.
Ooh, we have a jumper. Nice.
God.
I don't need.
Oh my God.
Jumping.
Oh, my dog just farted and it smells. Oh my God. This is your card, Matt. And this is Permorva. I can't talk. And this card is all about getting into your potential, but also not being clouded by what you think you know, because there's always more to learn, and you have to open yourself up to that, and you have to buckle down and actually do the learning and stop procrastinating and letting things get in your way. You have to launch yourself into that next level, because it's not going to just appear. You have to kind of take initiative and get yourself to that point. Your turn, Rebecca.
Well, I got to jump up. So this one is a little bit different from Sarah. You said a general reading, so I put in it what he needs to know. So it sort of jumped out. It's a leaping card, and it's the Four of Wands, and it says unity. Matt, you need to reunite with some family members that you don't necessarily talk to. And it's important because there's some lessons in that for you. It's saying that they are feeling lonely too, and they don't know how to approach to make the unity happen. So I really believe that you're the one that's going to have to put the olive branch out for them to grasp onto, because they don't know how to do it. And because you've had this little evolution, you've got so much knowledge now that you want to really pass on. So you're feeling slightly lonely. And not lonely as in, you need love, blah, 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 but lonely is in the thinking. You need someone to download this with, converse with, talk about, and get this off your chest. And it says that someone in the family is wanting to make contact with you. So I think there's something there for you that you really need to consider, because they're going through something like you at the moment. They just don't know how to articulate it, and I think you're at the point where you can. So, yeah. All right. I hope that resonates, Matt. I don't know why that's come up, but I did ask, so. Your turn, Mel.
All right, and I'm just kind of getting something together here. If I can get this damn thing. Oh my God, it froze on me. God damn it. I swear to God. Okay, I think it stopped. Nope, still frozen. All right, well, it's still giving me help. I just want to stop picking out the window. All right, I'll just leave it alone. Okay. Oh, nope, still frozen. Okay. Oh, the King of Earth. That's interesting. So, the King of Earth, which is basically, it's like the King of Pentacles, coins. It's definitely like King of Earth signs. Like Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And you are a Virgo moon, so that you are very earthy. And the king, the King of Earth is somebody who's definitely grounded, focus centered, very much knows of their power, very practical, rational, knows how to maneuver through like just the 3D world really well. I'm racking my brain on who. Oh, okay. And this, the King of Earth is somebody too who's also very strong and knows their power, but yet has a gentleness to him as well. Somebody who's very grounded in their emotions, and just somebody that's just like that presence, like that earthly presence. Also too like a father figure, because like whenever you think of like father, think of something earthly,
Thank
woodsy,
you,
like
Rosemary.
Rebecca, I like your cup. What cup? I don't see a cup. I see I see you pee. What cup is it? Oh, the Cookie Monster. Yes, the Cookie Monster is awesome. So the King of Earth, successful and devoted, steadfast. Take pride in your accomplishments.
Yes.
Honor your process. And also to paying it forward. And life is meant to be enjoyed. And free yourself of control. And don't abuse or misuse your power, because because especially with that the king, because the king has to be very aware of that. And more than anything, definitely honor your process, but going through the process too. It's just showing that your strength and your groundedness. So look at that. Very good. There we go. That way.
Nice.
All right. That's what I got.
Cool. Yeah, Matt, I know you could be wrecking your brain, but I think this is going to be something that's over the next 3 months. I don't see it happening like next week. So it's something to do with family, someone in the family. I don't know. I can't even tell you. I couldn't even tell you if it was male or female at the moment, because all I'm getting is energy, and it's sad and it's close. It's family. So I wish I could tell you who.
It'd always be easier if we could tell them exactly what they need to know.
Yeah, I know. It's not giving me that information. It's like blocking me. It's like, Rebecca, you're a big mouth. You'll tell him what he needs to do, and he's got to do it on his own.
Stop being a big mouth.
I know.
Okay, does anybody else want a reading before we hop up of here?
Yeah, I got to get going, guys. I'm so sorry.
There's
Thanks,
something in the
Mel.
comments on Al's from Matt.
Thank you, Mel. You wonderful lady.
She really is. I seen her just flood in here, and I'm like, who the heck's writing all this stuff? And it's Mel.
It's Mel. Yes, Matt, sure. I mean, just message me later. I probably won't get back to you straight away. I'm just a little bit busy for about the next 3 hours. But yeah, sure. And I just want to thank you. I've had a few bookings, and so as of the 21st of May, I'm all booked up with personal readings. So thank you so much just reaching out and wanting to book with me. It's absolutely wonderful. I appreciate it, all of you. I can't believe the networking's happened so quick.
Sometimes they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if anybody wants a paid service reading, feel free to message any of us. We do independent readings, each of us, or we can do joint sessions as well.
Yeah, just let Mel know. Mel's the one that organizes the group sessions, because she knows a bit more of my schedule. So yeah, if you want all 3 of us to do a reading, that's fine, and we're not very expensive. We're pretty good, and well, I think we're damn good at what we do, but hey, that's the Leo in me bragging.
We might have a little high ego. All of you are awesome. Love you guys. That's what Matt says. Andrea, Melanie, you need to call Andrea, apparently.
Okay, after I call Johanna.
Okay,
so you're second on the list, Andrea. Mel's got a list.
Thank you, Annette. Thank you, everybody. Liana, everybody joining in. Alex earlier. Matt, Tyler, Rosemary, all of you lovelies. Penny,
yes, we love you all.
Yes.
Cappy was here.
So Cappy was here earlier. I was just about to say that. Well done.
I might be psychic.
Maybe just a little.
You ladies are amazing. One day I wish to be with you all. I'm sure you will one day, Andrea. We always like to have guests. We always like to have guests on, because more people that are here, the more fun we have. We really enjoy doing these. That's why we do them, and we like spending time with our people.
Absolutely.
There's somebody here. So Coro. I hope I said that right. Please don't yell at me. It's their first time here and they would like a reading. I would love to know if I'm expecting a baby girl.
Okay. Baby girl. I'm going to do pendulum for this, I think.
All right, you do pendulum first and then I'll pull a card because I
All
need to
right.
shuffle, and pendulum you don't need to shuffle for. So we'll go a little bit out of order.
All right. Okay. I'd like to know if it's going to be a baby girl. Whoa, that's a huge yes. That's a huge yes. I'm going to say yes. It looks like a girl. Congratulations.
Okay. Yes, we love babies. Babies, I think, are such a good blessing.
Well, they give us a breath of fresh air. It's so beautiful.
Oh my God, we've
the
been live
beautiful
almost 2
joy.
hours.
Wow. Good.
It doesn't feel like that long. Okay, and I pulled a card for you. Ooh, this is cool.
Oh, look. Oh, how
This
lovely.
is the Pearl card. It talks all about empowerment and uplifting. So this baby is going to help you to have more self-esteem and do things that you normally wouldn't do. She's going to take you out of your comfort zone. And that is what is going to make her quite amazing, because she's going to get you to do things that you are a little bit out of your realm. And I think that that's going to help you a lot in life. Okay, Mel.
Yeah, and I love the fact that there was a girl on the card. That was so cool.
Yeah, and it was Pearl. Pearl is a very common girl's name.
Oh my God, you better believe what I just pulled. Check this out.
What?
I can't see what it is.
Wow.
That's pretty.
The child.
Yeah.
And it's got a little girl on it. Look.
Yeah. Little girl, I reckon. And the little girl's going to change your life in ways that you didn't know. You thought you could love now. Wait till this child comes into this earth. You will never know unconditional love like a child.
That? For
Yeah,
real,
I know.
that's crazy.
We thought Juan wasn't here. He is still here. He just left now.
So we don't need to call 911? Okay, so the child, new beginnings,
he's not missing.
Magic.
He's not missing. You're welcome.
And the child is the divine love, trust and hope and forgiveness and awareness.
Yep.
Laughter heals and believe in magic, and see your potential and remember new beginnings and acknowledgement of your success and delight in the moment. So yes, congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. Oh, wow. And I think you're going to be pulling some names from a grandmother, I believe, because she's actually coming through right now going, don't forget about my name, my name, my name. Like, okay, love, it's all good. So please consider the grandmother's name. Really consider the grandmother's name. She's funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I thought Juan
really awesome.
left, but I guess he didn't. That's kind of cool that we all pulled. Like, I love when we pull cards that are all pretty much the same.
Well,
my
there
mother
you go,
just
my
passed away in
darling.
January.
Yes.
I guess it probably was a mother.
Yeah, no, but it's the grandmother to the baby. She asked about the baby, so I'm talking about the grandmother to the baby. Okay, which would make her mother. So that just just valid. Thank you for validating. You just validated. So please make sure you consider her name, whether it be the middle name. She doesn't want you to put it as a first name, but please consider it as part of the name of the child. It would mean so much.
Oh, that's sweet. If nobody else wants a reading, then we'll pop off here and go on next week, probably Tuesday.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome, darling, and good luck with it all.
Yes, definitely good luck. And I'm sorry to hear that your mother passed in January. It's been a hard year for so many people.
Yes, but I think I've got a funny feeling that mother made it possible for her to get pregnant. So there's a lot to do with family in that, and there's a lot of family love in that family, or a lot of family love. So yeah.
Yep, divine love. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm really feeling it, and I'm feeling like she's just so grateful, which is wonderful, and we are all grateful. But congratulations, that is really, really good. I'm so proud and so happy for you.
Yeah, we love
All right.
babies.
All right. Well, I have to go, my darlings. So I hope love and light to everybody. If you need to chat, like we've said before, any one of us, if there's anything that we can do and help you with, or even just talking, please don't hesitate to message us, because we are a force, even though we are separated, but together we're an even better force. Love you guys.
That is true. And we love each
All
other.
right. Thanks, Rebecca.
Love you guys. Bye-bye, guys.
All right. And before I go, everybody, I just wanted to share. Oh, where's it at? This. Don't forget about that.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight.
Bye, Andrea.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you,
Bye,
ladies.
everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye,
Bye,
Penny.
you guys.